off we go from Cleveland. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Pick the edge. Go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 44 yards. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
36.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check nickel.
22 jet bomber. Point it right. Hey, wahoo!
And Mayfield just getting the play to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down inside the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
I'm coming.
Real.
Alert 3. Safe.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mayfield to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 4 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So now the Browns, they're going to line up and go for 2.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you run.
Joker.
Right hand.
Now Mayfield. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they get in for the opening drive score, and they go for 2. They kept the kicker lonesome over there. They said, we don't need you this time.
Kickers? Who needs kickers for PATs?
Nice now.
We want them for field goals, not for PATs. They went for 2 and got it. It's a new tone setter for this team.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, 382, lay 50. Kill.
Play fake. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, Chubb looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Let's go. Check 13. Check 13.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
A 32-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend the lead to 11 7-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit... And got his man complete! Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Set, 180.
54 Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Run.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. The 2nd down play, not one there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Here we go.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Under 10.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Real.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game at 14-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's checking. He's new draw portal.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC. Let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, the quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins in for the sack, Myles Garrett. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
We won it. Come to my work. Watch the eye.
3rd and long for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. The end result, 21 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Set, 180.
Mike, fight forward. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Alert, 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 alert.
Right there.
Hey, Charlie.
Right there. 54 Mike.
You better bring it. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Okay.
Here's Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Switch.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All day, dog.
Final play of the half, Cousins. Dancing to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Cousins going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the South, Jacksonville.
Pretender. Houston now in control.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. A toss to Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 45-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Ken. Let's go. Hey, high 7. Where's the hot?
Working out of the gun. Cousins under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
3rd and long.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Here we go. Check 24.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. It's hauled in by Doxson. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
The hot, 180.
44. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
2nd down and goal. Cousins, Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
44, Mike, 300. Strip the ball.
To throw it is Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
No chance. Pistol. Mike 5-4.
Alert!
Mayfield down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here we go.
Mayfield to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Switch gears.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Gun!
Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
And the Vikings first down.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Cook. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Cousins gives way to Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm coming. Hey, alert 3.
Regular.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey,
Alpha.
Rip left.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist. You hate cause I on the wrist.